Hello and welcome to today's Mystic Musing. I'm your host, Cindy Van Arnhem, possibilitarian and master numerologist, and I am passionate about helping healers, coaches, and spiritual teachers experience financial success and a life full of adventure without the hustle and the grind. Let's keep it simple, shall we? So every morning, Joy and Jonah like to come live and share a message with us for the day based on the numerological and energetic weather we are experiencing for that day. And for me personally, I've always found that it is in the reflection that we learn the most. And so I love coming in at the end of the day to share how I experienced the day and to check in with you. How did you experience today's energy? So today held the energy of the Three of Spades and the ruling Seven. Now, this morning when I woke up, I didn't sleep. So there was that. All night long, and I usually feel the energy the night before, I could feel this mental stirring where the thoughts just kept spinning. I was thinking thoughts I haven't thought in years. None of the thoughts really connected to the other thoughts. I was skipping over to different areas of my life. And there was a lot of anxiety in those thoughts. There was a lot of uncertainty, of doubt, and in the mental spinning of most of the night of kind of dozing and sort of being there and not really being asleep. In that, what happened was I woke up and I had manifested a lot of anxiety in the body, a lot of physical pain I was experiencing. I was experiencing the rising up of shame, of doubt, of insecurity, of, oh crap, who am I? What am I even doing here? There was a lot of emotions to navigate. But being a Mastering the Brain Game facilitator, being the program manager for our certifying coaches, I knew this is about living the brain game. And I always say, just because you brain game doesn't mean shit doesn't still happen. Things still happen in our experience. It doesn't all of a sudden become rainbows and kittens and you're living a life of bliss. Yes, most of the time I'm living a life of bliss, but there are still things sometimes that need to be navigated. And this morning was one of them. So as I was going through my day, I was shifting. I was choosing to be with the power that is in me. I was coming back inside over and over and over again, feeling the truth of who I am versus what was going on outside of me. And I kept bringing it back. I kept bringing it back. And for some reason, the inspired action was to work. So I did some things and then I could feel it rising up again. So I would come back to me. And I had to remind myself time and time again. It's very easy because our minds have these patterns. Our minds operate on a pattern. And I was in the pattern of anxiety, self-doubt, insecurity. And so I had to keep nudging my mind over this way. Focus over here, focus over here, focus over here. And in doing so, kept calling myself higher, to a higher experience, to a higher understanding, to a higher awareness of what was going on in my body. And before noon, I had shifted it completely. And then, of course, Joy ran her Miracles Masterclass this afternoon, and I could just feel the expansion of energy as I had shifted my focus from doubt, insecurity, criticism, judgment, shame. I had shifted all of that into a space of excitement, of play. And I had been doing it a little bit at a time throughout the day, just 1% more, just 1% more, just nudge it over, nudge it over. And I kept doing it over and over and over again. And as I began to feel the shift really landing on that call, I had an awareness. I had an awareness that I have been teaching the brain game for the last 10 weeks. And today was the last teaching of that journey. And the last teaching of that journey is about transmutation. And so I could feel the shift occur just in that awareness alone of, oh, of course that's happening. But that doesn't mean that the journey is over. It doesn't mean that it's coming to an end. It means what's next. And the Three of Spades and the Seven is inviting us into, you've created something, now what's next? You've created something, what's next? You've created something, what's next? And sometimes what we've created doesn't feel so good. And sometimes what we've created feels like magic. Either way, you can still ask, what's next? I created something that doesn't feel so good. And so what's next? I feel back into who I am, what I want, why I want it. Ah, yes, there it is. Now I know what's next. Or I've created something that feels like magic. What's next? Amplify for more. Create, play, transmute, be a human. And so I end this day in a deep state of gratitude, of wonder, of expectation of miracle, of curiosity, and of play. And so I'm going to leave you with that. Very short and sweet. How did you experience today's energy? Did you find yourself choosing to call yourself higher? Or did you spin out on the anxiety and the judgment and the criticism and the fear? And either one you experienced is perfectly okay. You get to choose. So if you were spinning, choose differently now. Give yourself the gift of 20 minutes. Go into the Facebook group and the creators group and watch the meta-Q that Joy did this morning. Sign up for the 5-Day Miracles Masterclass. The link is in my bio. It's not too late. Replays are going out every night. But do something to bring your awareness to the ownership of who you are on the core, in the core of your being. Not who you are defined by everyone else, but who you are, the essence of you. That's where you find your superpower. So I hope you had an amazing day. If you don't believe that you can access your own power, borrow mine. I love you. I believe in you, and I see your power. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow.